clear this up. Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you.
Okay.
I was just another guy on Facebook, scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, I saw the way that Timmy connected to you in a way I've never seen him do before.
I love you too, bud.
The last video I saw of Timmy, or the first video I saw with Timmy when he was seeing Mark Laida from Soft White Underbelly, Timmy actually goes and crawls behind the recliner, and he's hiding.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Very ashamed. And then I see these videos with you. Timmy's out. He's speaking.
Wild.
Well, he is. People have no idea just how wild Timmy is. And I was like, this is a completely different human being.
Yeah.
But also, I know the, what's the word to put it? The sensationalism that's came along with the Whitakers, the way that they've been exploited, the way that people have put them out there, the GoFundMe, that neither of us are. We won't let that happen
That's
again.
a wrap.
And we'll touch on that in a little bit. But I'm protective of them too, and because I love this family, and I saw you, and I was like, I think this guy's got good intentions. See, here's the thing. I've already got a platform, guys. I've had a platform for the past 6 years. I was going to interview you because there was a lot of similarities there. I come from the country too. I see stuff like that back home all the time.
Right.
You know, there's nothing sensational about it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're human beings,
Right.
and this is a way of country living. A lot of that's, you know, a lot of the city folk and stuff like that might think is crazy. It's just another day for us. You know what I mean?
Just normal.
And but I wanted to interview you and find out about like how you met, because you had started a GoFundMe in the beginning, and I saw it wasn't doing much. I think it had like $100 in it.
Yeah.
And I knew it was more than likely because of what had happened with BJ. And I was like, let me get this guy on there introducing everybody because I think he's got good intention.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it. An hour later, you were texting me.
Yep.
And that's kind of how this thing
Start
started.
work. Started.
And what was it about that initial message that kind of, you know, connected with you?
Well, probably the biggest thing that I seen was, you know, what you had said about your dad and all that in church, all that kind of stuff. And then I went and looked at your page and seen how you were thrown out and affiliated with having your own page as far as whenever it comes to like dads, you know, the rights of dads and
Father's
the
rights,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I'm just like, I'm totally for it. And,
Dads are just as important as moms, and that's usually my topic, you know.
Yeah, it's great.
When I reached out to Patrick, my dad's a pastor. My dad was a pastor. He died back in 2013, and it's still got a big hole in my heart. But I grew up around a lot of mentally challenged people. My mom, that was her full-time job. She sat with the mentally challenged, and on Sunday, the state actually would let her load up the van and bring all of them to my dad's church.
Right.
So we'd have like 20 mentally challenged people there. There was one, reminds me, similar of Ray. He was deaf and couldn't talk. All he could do, not making fun, this is just how he sounded. He was like, yeah. That's all you could get out of him. But he would have seizures. When he would have seizures, he would get violent. He didn't mean it. It was just how he was.
that was his escape.
That was his escape. And he knew that people was afraid of him because of that.
Yeah.
And so when he would start to have those seizures, he would go hide in a corner. And most, you know, the ladies, they wouldn't get near him because he was strong, dude.
Yeah, it hurts somebody.
Yeah, he would hurt somebody and not mean to. But for some reason, me and him connected. His name was Keith. And I could go over there, and I'll never forget the first time I did it. I came over there and just put my hand on his back and was like, Keith, are you okay? And he looked up at me with tears coming down his eyes. Like, how he must have felt having this challenge, not being able to communicate, knowing that people are scared of him, and not being able to have control. Like, that's got to be one of the, excuse my language, shittiest feelings in the world. But I connected with him, and so I've always loved doing stuff like that. But as well, my dad, a pastor again, not to talk too long, but when he had somebody at his church, when she was a girl, she was 11 years old. I'll never forget this. It was hidden from me as a kid, and I learned about it later on. She got very, very sick, and they couldn't find out what was going on. I was a girl I was in Sunday school with all the time, and she was mentally challenged. Her mom and brother and dad was too. But they couldn't find out what was going on with her, and they told her parents, like, we're going to bring her to the hospital. She is not leaving here until we find out what's going on, because she just kept having problem after problem.
Right.
That day, they ran every test they could on her, and they came back to her mom and said, there is nothing wrong with her. There's only one thing we found, and we just don't believe it, but it's the only thing that's coming back. And her mom was like, well, what is it? And she said, she's pregnant. And her mom said, there's no way. Similar to how we hear Betty and Larry and them talk down there. There's like, she never leaves anywhere. She's always with us here at the porch. She does not leave. It can't be true. I don't believe it.
Right.
And they said, you really need to think, where has she been? And they couldn't come up with something. She said, well, there's only one place she leaves every week. She goes fishing with her dad.
Oh, God.
Her biological father, man. And she got pregnant, and she ended up having the baby. And the girl is very healthy. She's grown now, in her mid-20s. Works a job, actually very smart, you know, considering that the incest was there. And but my dad in that community, because people knew that had happened, was so protective. Don't mess with them. He's the one that took them to the grocery store and made sure that they had what they needed and treated them like human beings, not as a girl that had a child by her father or anything like that, like human beings, because at the end of the day, Patrick, that's what they are. And I see this going on. I hate how I've seen the Whitakers. Anytime you look them up online, it's inbred. Inbred, which we talked about with Larry today. And after this, that'll be the last time you hear that word on this channel. But that's kind of my background.